Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with a short little video because I found a new little tool that I have been using that I thought might be helpful for some people. So I was asked to do this little mock-up of a 3D model for some benches that have text that's going to be sandblasted onto the concrete. And if you know some of the tools of Rhino, you know that project onto surface probably isn't going to work because it just projects straight back onto a surface. And I wanted the text to be curved. So I looked it up and I found this tool called FlowAlongSrf. So I thought I would just do a little demo of how I was able to get these letters flowing around this circular bench base. So I'm going to do it with this one. So first of all, what you need is obviously you have to have your like surface modeled. And in this case, if you look at the Rhino toolbar up here, it says it's a closed extrusion, and I'm just going to explode it because you need to actually have a surface to flow along surface, as the name sort of indicates. So once you have one surface that you want to apply your text to, the next thing is to create your text. So I just used the text object function, and I have these two words that I want to do, but I'm going to do them in all caps. So I have my height set here, and I did this based on the specifications that I got from my client, that they wanted the text a certain height. So that's what I'm inputting here. So basically it's 12 centimeters high or 4 inches high. And then I also added a little spacing of 0.01 in between the letters, just because they do look a little crammed together with a normal like writing. So I'm just going to space them out a tiny, tiny bit, but you can always double check this and see if it looks good for you. So this is what my letters look like, and I'm just going to click them anywhere. And so basically what we want to do is create a target, or sorry, a base surface for these letters that is going to match basically the same dimensions as the surface we're going to use as our target surface and apply it to. So what we need to do is basically measure this. I'm just going to use the measure tool and use this surface edge as my curve and click enter, and then select curves to measure. I'm going to click enter again, and it basically tells me that the curve length is this. So 3.29866. And I'm going to now make a box that has those dimensions. So I'm just going to make a note real quick of what that was. 3.29866. And then I know the height of my surface. I can just do a quick distance, and that is 0.358. So those are the dimensions of the base box that I need to create. So the easiest way to do that is, like, you could just draw a box or a surface. I'm just going to do a bounding box around my text here. And then I'm just going to use planar surface to create a surface. And now I'm just going to use scale 1D to get the right dimension. So I'm going to do this one to 3.29866. And then I'm going to do the height 0.358. So now I have basically a surface that matches this rounded surface if it was unwrapped and flattened. And now I'm just going to delete the bounding box and move my text where I want it. So I want it centered onto this, into the middle of this band. And it does have this comma that has like a little bit of a lowered bit. So the actual middle is going to be, you know, a little bit of an approximation. I don't have a specific like drawing that tells me exactly where the text needs to be, but I'm just going to sort of do my best. So if I go move, and I'm going to go from the midpoint here and just match it up with the midpoint of the band like that. And then in terms of where it is on the page, on this band, I'm just going to move it till it looks like it's around the middle, because I can rotate it around after it's been applied and get it into whatever position I want. So as long as it's just sort of like in the middle of the band, that's good enough. So then I'm going to select the surface and select the text, and I'm just going to rotate it by 90 so that it's totally vertical. And then I'm going to move it so that the base here matches up with the base of my curved surface. And then the next thing to do is I'm just deselecting the base surface. And so all I have selected is the text object itself. And I'm going to use the command FlowAlongSrf. Now it says select the base surface, and that's basically this band that we just created. And I'm going to select that there. And then it says target surface, select edge near the matching corner. And I'm going to select this surface here. And as you see, it just applies the text all around the curved surface. So I can just get rid of those. And now I have text that is applied around this circular curved surface. So now what I can do is if I wanted to rotate that, I can just do it so it shows up in the position that I want it to. I'm going to have to ask my client where they want it because, you know, it's up to them. But at this moment, I'm just going to put it in a place where it's showing up, same as this courage word. And then if I wanted to go further with this, I could use this text object. As you see, it still retains its group status to split the surface of the concrete band. And I can apply like a different material to it if I want this to be sandblasted or something like that. So this makes it easier to get your this kind of a project off to a contractor so that they know exactly where they're going to be sandblasting. They can create a stencil or something like that. So anyways, that's just a really quick tip that I thought I would share with you. And I know it's been a long time since I posted any videos, but I'm going to try to start posting some little tutorials like this as I'm working and come across interesting stuff that I've been using. So hope you're doing good, and thanks for watching.